Brake fluid is all topped up and fine. Oil is on the stick where it should be. Water levels perfect. 120-ish miles, something like that now. All the gears are silky smooth, really nice. First to fifth, reverse works fine. Brakes are all good. Pedals a little bit for travelling the pedals, so I might have to adjust the rear drum. So it's all in the unit, and I've got it all dried off now. I've had the heater on for an hour or so, giving it a good dry. It's not looking too bad at all, to be honest. It's looking quite nice. We've got to deal with this front bumper. We've got this damage down here to deal with. It's a bit nasty. It don't look too bad, but I split across there, it's all pushed out, a split up there, and it's all kinked up here. There's like a big point where I was all meant to be smooth. How's it going, everyone? So we're off to pick up another car. So big old trip up to the Midlands. Obviously we're taking the old van, as you can see, and obviously I'll drive that one back and my partner will drive this one back. So I'm going to whip up there. We're picking up a Peugeot 207 Verve, which should be a half decent car. Obviously that's not going to be in great condition when we first pick it up. Once we go through it, I do all my stuff as I normally do on all my channels and stuff. By the end of that, it should be quite a nice vehicle. So let's do the journey. Let's get up there and let's see what we got. Okay, so all picked up, started okay, seemed to be running okay, and so far driving all good. But I'll do what I normally do, get pulled up into a labour or something like that, get a couple of cloths out, we'll check the oil, the water and all that sort of stuff, and make sure it's decent before we drive away. I'm only just around the corner from where I've been, so not bad. So I'll see you in a minute under the bonnet. So let's pop a bonnet and check all the fluid and that are good. What we'll do is I'll stop somewhere else on the way back and we'll have a walk around and I'll show you what's what. As you can see, the front bit of bumper is missing, but it's in the boot, but it is cracked and in pieces. Let's get under the bonnet. So the oil is 3/4 of the way up the stick. So we're not looking too bad. Brake fluid is all topped up and fine. Oil is on the stick where it should be. Water levels perfect. Gonna top the water squirties up on the way home. Looks like we've got a new alternator down there, so quite nice. I have been told that the head's just been off and that's just at a head gasket and a top end rebuild. I've got some paperwork for that, so that's good. And that's pretty good, so that makes it safe enough to start driving away. So we'll do a bit of driving and then we'll pull over and we'll have a walk around. So as you saw under the bonnet, that's actually very clean. Well, it wasn't like that when I picked it up. It was a bit greasy and oily, sort of dirty, as they normally are basically. So I pulled into a jet wash, whacked on some engine cleaner and stuff, give it a quick scrub and a good old blast. I'd give the rest of the car a quick blast but not a proper wash, just to wet down, just sort of loosen up a bit of mould and that around the windows and stuff. So that's all sorted. So now we're gonna whip it down the road, see what everything else is like, and you should be able to drive a couple of hours home, 2.5 hours I think it is. So let's see what the gears and clutch and stuff like that are like, and we'll go from there. Temperature seems to be sitting quite nicely, it's ticking over nicely. As you can see, the mileage is 96,000, which is not too bad. Got a bit of service history and stuff. So, done about 120-ish miles, something like that now. All the gears are silky smooth, really nice. First to fifth, reverse works fine. Brakes are all good, pedals a little bit of travel in the pedals, so I might have to adjust the rear drums. We'll see what they're like in the back there. On the shoes, steering and stuff nice and light, it's electric steering, so that's lovely. Wipers, squirty, stuff like that, topped up with water, all working fine. It's not bad, it's all pretty good. Got radio, doing its job, aircon's all working, heaters are very hot. It seems to be a really good car so far. No noises on the wheel bearings or drive shafts, brakes, etc, etc. So drivability, pretty good. Don't think we've got to do much. There was a couple of taps on the suspension when I first used it, but seemed to have gone away. I think it's just been parked up for a little while. We'll go from there. Right, I'll pull over somewhere and I'll let you have a proper look around it and see what we got. Okay, so stop for a bit of a rest and a quick drink just to keep me going. So what I'll do is we'll jump out, we'll have a wander around the bodywork, I'll show you what's what, have a look at the wheels and see what sort of work we got to do. There's always something, as you know, which is why we get the cars a bit cheaper than what you'd have to pay for them normally. So let's have a look and see what sort of car we got. So as you can see, nice car, need a few bits of work, not as bad as a lot of the ones that I do, to be fair, so shouldn't be too bad. This bit up of the roof up here is a bit of a pain where it's peeled. I don't really have to do the whole quarter for that, so I might see if we could do a smart repair there and blend that in. Obviously the damage on the front bumper, I'm going to have to like cut that out, weld a bit in, smooth it all off and try and blend that side of the bumper in. If not, I'll do the whole front bumper. Back bumper, all the lacquer peels coming off it, so I'll probably get really close with the jet wash and try and peel the rest of the bumper. Just gives me a bit of a head start. We can whack a bit of red on, re-lacquer it, and that'll be the end of that bit. Got a touch up on the edge of this door to do, and the little door handle where you get in and out, need to mask that off, and we need to repaint that. And mainly that's sort of what we got on this one. Obviously a really deep clean inside. These seats are absolutely stained up and horrible. The tub, you know, the wetback and stuff will come in. It's going to be absolutely black when we do this one. Not going to be nice, but it's all right. All the tyres and stuff are good. Brakes seem to be all okay. So there's a little bit of travel on the pedal, but nothing that stops you from driving. That's pretty straightforward. And yeah, not bad. I'm quite chuffed, to be fair, with what we bought so far. So pretty good so far. Didn't pay a silly amount of money for it, but you know, give a fair price, and should be worth a decent price when it's all done and looking like brand new again. Probably better, to be fair. Right, so I'm going to do the rest of the journey back, and I'll see you at the workshop. Probably the first thing I'll do is give the wheels a good old deep clean, give it a snow foam over the bodywork and stuff, strip it all down, and you know, see what we've got underneath all that paintwork and things like that. Work out what I've got to do with that front bit on the front bumper there. Let's see if we've got to get a new one, or see if I can repair the one we got, and go from there really. So not too bad. Got a bit of history and stuff with it, as I said, so that's good. Got a book, got the, you know, all the books and stuff from the factory and stuff. So I just had a head gasket and all top end rebuild, so that's all been done. Cam belt, water pump, all that sort of stuff. So that's a bonus as well, and that cost a fair bit of money. That actually cost more than what I paid for the car, which is quite cool. Right, so we've done what, 140 odd miles now, so we're not too far from being back. Obviously that's probably going to be dark by the time we get back, but not a problem, we can still work. So I'll see you back at the workshop. Another thing I forgot to mention, the old red seat belts with the red and black interior. It's quite a nice touch on a red car, looks pretty cool, so that's going to be nice as well. So I'm quite looking forward to seeing it all shined up and finished in sort of 2 or 3 parts hopefully. Shouldn't be much of a big build on it if I've got to do too much. So I'm nearly back now, so I'll see you in the workshop in a minute. How's it going then, everyone? So let's have a look under the bonnet and see it running, Jerry. Got the normal ticket these do, but that's just normal, just what they do. See, that's pretty clean under there. I'm still going to go at it again. You know me, I want to get down there where them little bits of dirty still, get them all nice and shiny. But as you can hear, it don't sound too bad. Good end of the exhaust. There's the old Corsa from the series before, so let's give it some treatment. Just a good old engine cleaner I'm putting in here at the moment. But I will snow foam it at the same time. Look at the difference just a bit of cleaner's making. Quite impressed actually, they're coming up not too bad. Right, I'll go and do the rest of them off camera. They're all the same as this. Right, so let's get some snow foam on it, shall we? A little sneak peek in the background, you see some projects that are coming to the channel soon. What we normally do is put it on like so and then let it sit, wash it off, put it on again, wash it with a soft cloth and wash it off. So I think you get the idea. So what we'll do is I'll wash the rest of the car, get it all rinsed down, and move on to the next bit. So it's had its mega clean now. Just gonna park it up. It was quite nice at the moment while it's wet, but I'm pretty sure when it dries up, it's going to go all dull and fadey. I need a good old polish and everything after I've done whatever bodywork need doing. But it's looking pretty good already, so I can't complain. I'm going to leave it there to sort of drip dry for a while. I've done it all inside the doors, inside the boot, all in the engine bay, along underneath the bottom of the sills and the floor, all off camera. You'll be able to see that when I open the doors and stuff when I bring it indoors, but at the moment I'm now about to go and do the photo shoot on the Corsa. If you haven't seen the series build on this Corsa, it was a really good build. That came out of the bushes basically, covered in branches and brambles and all sorts. It now looks like a brand new car. So definitely worth going back and watching the series on that one. So it's all in the unit. And I've got it all dried off now. I've had the heater on for an hour or so, giving it a good dry off. It's not looking too bad at all, to be honest. It's looking quite nice. It's a bit chalky. And you can see the slack now where it's all peeling on the back bumper. Now I've got to get that off so I can deal with the problem. So I might have to get the airline against that or something like that. And this is what the interior is looking like. Pretty dirty. It's no better than what it was before. Obviously, I hadn't touched it yet. All down this side. Not too much damage, to be fair. It's not too bad. I've got this bit on the edge of the door to do, which I'll show you earlier on in the video. But now it's all washed out. I can see it all properly. Got a bit up the top here. I'm hoping I can just blend in along the top of this panel here. Gonna sand that back as best I can. I've got some glue along the top of the roof here. I'm hoping that's going to come off. I'm pretty sure it will. And if you want to see me tackling them, be sure to watch part 1. I've got to do this handle. No, part 2, sorry. This is part 1, the introduction. Around the front, engine bays all looking quite nice now. Under the bonnet's all nice. So we've got to deal with this front bumper. We've got this damage down here to deal with. Which is a bit nasty. It don't look too bad, but a split across there, all pushed out, a split up there, and it's all kinked up here. There's like a big point where it's all meant to be smooth. So I'm gonna have to work sort of right up here, right around there, and down here somewhere. So that's gonna be a pain. If you want to see me do that, watch part 2. Got to try and deal with this headlight. This headlight's got water in. It's also gone really yellow. Don't pick up on camera very well how yellow it is actually. If I go close, you can see it a bit better there. You can see the water and see how yellow it is. Not very nice. And this one's all yellow as well. But I think this one will restore with a bit of attention. Down this side, we're actually looking quite nice. This side of the car is actually in pretty good nick. Don't think I've actually got to do anything whatsoever down this side. Apart from obviously flatten it back and give it a good buff. There's a couple of little light scratches if I go really close. See that one there? There's a couple of small spots like that. Don't think we've got nothing on the roof either, which is nice. We've got marks. What they've done is, you know the black strips along the roof where they go all faded? Someone's painted them black with a paintbrush. That's a bit of a pain. I might actually just pop them out, give them a sand down and actually spray them in properly with some black paint. But otherwise the roof is looking really nice as well. That's all going to buff up nicely. Bonnet's the same. It is a lot worse on the bonnet though. I don't know if you can actually pick up the scratching. Quite hard on the red to show you. If I move along like that, you see all the scratching in the paint. That's car washes for you. It's been through a few of them, but to be fair, that's not too bad, is it? Not too bad at all. Definitely done a lot worse. I mean, the one in the last series was, 10 times worse than that. We were doing rear quarters, pulling out big dents, and obviously needed a good old hoover inside. Shelf, seats, wet back. I got up in all of this lot while I was outside, and you can see how clean that is now. All down all these. I've been through all of that lot, all along top of the lights. Same down here as well. All up over the boot. Done all of that while I was out there. I've actually done all inside the doors and everything as well. Yeah, I haven't show you that, but if you look inside the doors, I like all this bodywork to look exactly the same as the rest of the car. Just makes it better. Got a bit down here to do that's probably not worth me painting in. I'll probably just gently touch that in. Give it a little sand and blend it in. There's a couple of tiny bits up here as well. Same with them. And if you can see that paintwork go, it's all scratchy again. Getting a few of them now, or getting quite a few of them where they're all scratchy like that, but otherwise we're not looking too bad for the age of the car. I mean, it's 60 plates, so not bad. The wheels come out okay. Got to deal with in the centres, and there's a little bit of curbing around the edges. Nothing too crazy. I don't know if I need to give them a restore or just give them a touch up. Not really sure. I'll work out, see how much time I spend on it, see how much time I've got left to do some of the extras. That's how I sort of do the cars really. Give myself a certain amount of time and then work out if I've got any bonus time sort of thing, and then if I have, sometimes I'll do a bit extra. So that's where we are with the Peugeot. That's going to be the introduction to the 207 Verve. Not a bad little thing really, is it? Let me know in the old comments below what you think of it. It's not going to be a crazy project. I mean, to be fair, I could go and get a bumper, but I think we'll have a go at it. I'm pretty sure I can do something with that and make it look decent. So we'll attempt that. We'll do the bits of lacquer along the top of the window there. We'll have to strip the whole back bumper, I think. If we can't get that lacquer to peel, I'm going to get the airline on full blast and see if I can get it to peel. If not, I'm just going to have to sand back the whole bumper till all the lacquer's off, re-red it, re-lacquer it, go from there. Otherwise, it's not going to be too crazy. It shouldn't take too long. Hopefully we'll be able to get it done in a couple of, 1, 2, 3, maybe 3 parts, something like that. So that'd be nice. I haven't got to do an MOT on this one because it's already got over 11 months. But I will jack up in the air, I'll be checking all the suspension, all the joints. You don't know who MOT'd it and how strict they were, etc, etc. So I always do all the bits I have to do basically, go right through it. So I'll definitely be doing that. But so far from driving it, a couple 100 miles, seems pretty good. Right, so thanks for watching the introduction. I'll see you soon in part 2. Bye for now.